Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about a comment that I got. So here's the comment just there. By the way, if you hear any ringing of bells or random noises, that's because my cat is here with me. She's very adorable. So I guess I had a comment saying, can you do different lessons and which colour they are. I replied, turned out to be one of my old best friends, and what she wanted me to do is to say, oh, this is English, I give it a red out of red, amber, green. So I'm putting it on a rank basically. I guess I will start from English. In my old school I really liked English. English was one of my best subjects. I really like it. I really like writing books and stuff because I have a vast imagination. In primary school, I wrote an entire essay on yellow spotted lizards, and I made up a bunch of stuff about them that I thought was really cool. So when that happened, I'm in love. I'm loving English. But then I go to my new school. I didn't transfer. I just went to secondary. And then my English teacher, who I'm going to call, I'm just going to say her first name, Miss Rebecca. There's a lot of Rebeccas in her school as teachers. So Miss Rebecca, that's not her real name, but that's just her first name. I'm not saying her last name because a lot of people will know her. Miss Rebecca, she's I'm having a what's it called? Sensory overload because of all the work, and then she's just sending me to SL, and and that's not going to make it any better. SL is supervised learning. It's worse than a detention. It's where you get taken out of lessons. I've never been to SL for being bad. I've only been to SL because other people are being bad and you have to go there to write statements. It's basically just law, except in school. Yeah, that's my school for you. Over 1,000 people will relate because there's so many kids in my school. Oh my god. Anyways, so she really does not help, and Bogdan, we all know Bogdan who's on my channel. If you don't know Bogdan, go to Suki and Bogdan right now, because how do you not know Bogdan if you don't? So Bogdan used to love that lesson. He used to love Miss Elliot until Miss Elliot does not help me when I'm in a time where I'm having an autism breakdown, basically. That's what a sensory overload is. It's an overload of it's when everything's too much. Once I had a sensory overload when I was in line for lunch, and they would Remy, yeah, I'm just calling him Remy, but this is how it's going to be spelt in this. It's probably not, I'm probably going to end up not spelling it the right way, even though I know how to spell his name right. I'm just going to call him Remy the rat from what's it called? That thingamajig, Ratatouille, that's it. So Remy the rat. Oh god. He was pushing in front of me, and then I'm no, and then I push him back behind me, and the next thing I know, but just because I did that one thing, and he's the one who pushed in front of me to get to Ollie. That's not his real name, but it sounds really similar. It could just be a shortened version of his name. And to get to Ollie and stand with his friend. That all the people who used to bully my old school. Sully. Jeans, because his name is clothing store. Sully, Jeans, and Dennis the Menace. That's not how you pronounce his name properly. They all come and they start pushing me to the wall, and they're spitting in my face, and that's definitely gonna cause a sensory overload. So now I go to lunch at 12:20. Yay! So yeah, making me have a sensory overload, making me cry in front of everybody in my classroom. That should be unacceptable. And then teachers are just like, oh no, we don't hate you, I don't hate you. Teachers are normally human beings, right? I mean, they're not just aliens. Like, I had a teacher, she was really kind in year 5, and then she said poo, and I was like, wait, what? And she was like a super strict teacher, but she was like one of my favorite teachers as well. But I make really good friends with the strict teachers, like Madame Rebecca, the French teacher. I love her, and then all the other kids are like, I hate her, she's so strict, oh my god. And Mrs. Alexander, because she has two last names, and Alexander's one of them. So, and Mrs. Alexander, I really liked her. She was my year 3 and my year 6 teacher. And she was like, and everyone was like, she wasn't really in year 3 though, because of course she was pregnant and she didn't have and she had a baby, so she couldn't be in school all the time. So we had Miss Armour. I'm just gonna say her name now, Miss Armour, because like there's probably a lot of Miss Armours. And then so out of English, I'm gonna give it a red, just because the teacher, like, I love English, but no. So English gets a red. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do much more of this. I've almost used up all my 8 minutes. Anyways, so the next one, I guess, will be maths. I'm relatively good at maths. I mean, like, it was a test out of 30, I got 25. I'm doing pretty good in maths. But then, like, when it comes to maths, all that I do is I pause it. I don't write down. And I used to not write down anything. Now I try a lot harder, but like, I just listened, and then I get 25 out of 30, and I'm the first to finish the test. Like, what? It doesn't make much sense, but that's how I work. I listen, I do not write. Nowadays I write so that I can do revision, because we've got tests coming up. So yeah. Maths, to be honest, like, the teacher's really nice. Mr. Tam Tam, that's not his real name, but I'm just gonna say that. He's pretty relaxed. Like, I wish I was in Mr. Garden's, that's not his real name either, Mr. Garden's math class, because apparently they just turn everything into games. My friend Coral said that. Coral's not her real name, because she's in his math group. I'm so jealous of Coral. I want to be in Mr. Garden's math group so bad. So bad. And I don't get to be. And it's just like, why? I guess I'll give math an amber. God, this is just like doing rag 1, 2, 3. Except there's no 1, 2, 3. Red, amber, green, 1, 2, 3. Red, amber, green, how much attention you paid. And 1, 2, 3, what you learned. So yeah, I guess I'll do a part 2 to this. So bye, like my Roblox character's saying.